Alex Stone, Fooling Houdini, Adventures in the World of Magic. Embark on an enchanting journey through the world of magic with Alex Stone's Fooling Houdini, Adventures in the World of Magic. Delve into the intriguing connections between magic, gambling, and finance, uncover how magicians use touch sensitivity, master the art of deception, and explore the hidden significance of magic tricks that continue to delight audiences. Discover the mysterious ways in which magicians employ techniques like the ego hook and capitalize on inattentional blindness to keep their secrets safe while confounding their audiences. This summary will take you behind the curtain, revealing captivating insights into the magical realm and the intriguing parallels between magic and various aspects of everyday life.
Magic, gambling, and finance. Magic encompasses much more than simple entertainment. It bears striking similarities to gambling and finance. Talented magicians have historically leveraged their skills for monetary gain, often through gambling using sleight-of-hand card tricks. The key in both magic and gambling lies in withholding some secrets and skills to keep the audience engaged and intrigued. Like con artists, magicians thrive by uncovering hidden information and exploiting it for their benefit. Finance also shares a significant trait with magic and gambling: the need to understand risk and the art of bluffing. Success in these fields relies heavily on staying one step ahead of others and capitalizing on common human tendencies, such as the ego hook. This tactic involves making people feel smarter than they are, thus luring them into making decisions they believe are safe but ultimately serve the manipulator's interests. Magic thrives with shared secrets. While many magicians fear having their secrets unveiled, it turns out that being more open can strengthen the art of magic. The evolution of magic relies on this process for growth and pushing boundaries. Classic tricks are exposed over time, giving magicians new challenges and opportunities for innovation. Magic is about deception, not keeping secrets hidden away forever. Magicians, such as the masked magician, who reveal their tricks on television might seem like they're ruining magic, but this exposure can actually act as a catalyst for growth in the art form. Sharing secrets forces magicians to continually evolve, create new tricks, and take their craft to new heights. You might think that magic needs to be shrouded in secrecy to survive. However, keeping the art completely secret would cause it to stagnate. Progress comes and magicians share not only with one another but also with audiences outside of the magical community. Over time, classic tricks have been exposed multiple times, inspiring demand for novel, more impressive illusions. Instead of focusing on secrecy, magic is truly about the art of deception. Old tricks still hold value, but the continued development of the craft ensures that magic remains a captivating art. For example, take Di Vernon's ambitious card trick that fooled Houdini in 1922. Houdini, at his prime, claimed that no one could fool him with the same trick 3 times. Vernon took Houdini's challenge, performing his seemingly impossible trick, causing Houdini's chosen card to float to the top of the deck repeatedly. This baffled Houdini, and even today, experts try to outwit each other with different versions of this famous trick. Today, many tricks that used to be exclusive are now accessible with just a simple Google search. This wide availability stimulates creativity among magicians to push boundaries and innovate, demonstrating that the true essence of magic doesn't lie in tightly guarded secrets but in the skillful art and wonder of deception. Mastering touch sensitivity. Touch sensitivity plays a critical role in the world of magic, especially in card tricks where precise order is crucial. The blind are known for their heightened touch sensitivity, with research showing that their brains light up in both the tactile processing and visual cortex areas when reading Braille. While blind individuals have an innate edge, anyone can learn to identify objects with touch alone, thanks to humans' evolutionary hand adaptations. Magicians must train their touch sensitivity, and deck choice is essential, as some are easier to shuffle than others, ultimately forming a connection between the magician and their chosen tool. Mastering the art of inattention. Our brains experience inattentional blindness and change blindness when they're not consciously focusing on specific details. Magicians leverage these mental phenomena, using misdirection and sensory manipulation to astound their audiences. However, it's important to note that children, with their less focused attention, may be more difficult to trick. Inattentional blindness occurs when we don't actually perceive something even if it's right in front of us, simply because we're not deliberately paying attention to it. For instance, during a University of Illinois study, participants were asked to watch a 30-second film of people passing a ball and count the number of times the ball was passed. Most participants failed to notice a person dressed as a gorilla walking through the scene, demonstrating how easily our attention can be consumed by specific tasks. Magicians expertly take advantage of inattentional blindness by using tactile and verbal misdirections that divert our focus from their sleight of hand. For example, a magician may use swift hand movements to confuse someone's sense of touch, thus allowing the magician to remove a watch from the person's wrist unnoticed. Similarly, change blindness can be exploited for magical purposes. This phenomenon often occurs and we fail to notice subtle alterations in our environment. A notable example of change blindness can be seen in the film Pretty Woman, where Julia Roberts' character is shown eating a pancake that unexpectedly changes to a croissant and then back to a pancake, with most viewers not noticing the switch. Magicians use this cognitive blind spot to present different card pairs in a trick, making us believe we've witnessed magic. However, it's crucial to remember that children, having not yet learned what to pay attention to, tend to have less focused attention than adults, making them more challenging to deceive. The mystique of mentalism. Mentalism, a branch of magic that elicits emotion and fear through feats such as fortune-telling or palm reading, relies on the powerful Barnum effect, where people interpret vagueness as uniquely personal revelations. This ability to connect with an audience is what makes mentalism compelling. By performing cold readings, mentalists draw on the Barnum effect, demographic profiling, and context clues to astound their subjects. However, magic is not just about trickery, it is also a rousing performance that must captivate the audience. Like clowns, magicians entertain by humorously challenging the world's natural laws, creating levity by seemingly defying the impossible. Origins of magic and clowning can be traced to phrases such as hocus pocus, which initially mocked religious customs. Ultimately, mentalism and magic rely on intriguing performances that evoke laughter, wonderment, and awe in equal measure. Science and magic, unlikely siblings. Science and magic may initially appear as polar opposites, but their shared history and intertwined principles prove that the two fields enjoy a symbiotic relationship. Modern science's founders dabbled in alchemy, and magicians continue to apply scientific discoveries like mathematical principles to their craft. The contributions of magicians to the scientific world further bolster the connection between these two disciplines. Playfulness, experimentation, and curiosity unite science and magic, fostering innovation and progress. Science and magic seem to occupy separate spheres in the realm of human reasoning and belief, with people commonly perceiving science as grounded in rationality and magic in superstition. However, this binary view is far from accurate. Throughout history, the boundary between the two fields has been porous, with many of the great minds who built the foundations of modern science actively engaging in what we now call magic. For instance, Newton and Leibniz, the architects of modern science, delved into alchemy, as did Robert Boyle, the father of modern chemistry. Magicians draw upon scientific principles to create their illusions, employing mathematical discoveries to bolster their tricks. As an example, the De Bruyne sequence, developed by Dutch mathematician Nicolas Govert de Bruyne, allows magicians to mystify their audience using logical deduction based on sequences of colored cards. This kinship between science and magic is further reflected in the contributions of magicians towards scientific advancements. Jean-Eugene Robert Houdin, a 19th-century magician, conducted pioneering experiments in electromagnetism and invented several devices regulating electric currents. Ultimately, both science and magic thrive on experimentation and a sense of playfulness. Leonardo da Vinci's love for puzzles and games is reminiscent of a child's learning process through playful exploration. Similarly, magic affords adults the opportunity to reconnect with the inquisitive and inventive mindset so critical for scientific breakthroughs. Thus, the connection between science and magic proves that these two seemingly disparate domains feed one another, driving each other's success and breaking barriers to pave the way for human progress.
In Fooling Houdini, Alex Stone expertly reveals the fascinating world of magic and showcasing its many facets. From its connections to gambling and finance to the vital role of touch sensitivity and visual blindness in the performance of illusions, Stone highlights the significant role that deception and secrets play in magic's allure, while also demonstrating the importance of sharing secrets to push the craft forward. Through captivating tales, we learn how magicians employ various techniques to astound audiences and unravel the interplay between science and magic. Ultimately, this enlightening journey into the realm of magic reveals more than mere tricks. It offers a window into human nature, perception, and our ability to connect with the mysterious and awe-inspiring.